Everyone, welcome back. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to join me. As you can see, the stock market has plummeted again. Ever since the beginning of the week, we have been down. So let's jump right into it. A lot of stuff's been going on. I was at work today, and the demand for adjustable rate mortgages is on the rise like never before. I thought back in 2005, 6, 7 that when we were giving arms, I thought that was a lot. It's no comparison to what's going on today. Obviously, history repeats itself because people don't learn. We don't learn from our past. Go figure. So when we take a look at the economy, and they're saying they're coming out with 8.3. We all know that those numbers are bogus. We are much higher. I'll safely say about 25% inflation, possibly 30%. But let's just be conservative and say we're at about 25%. I don't know how they come up with these bogus numbers, but we all know better when we go to the pump and when we go to the store and when we have to buy anything in general. All right, so I have been saying for a while that we live in a godless society. I will talk a little bit more about that, maybe if not on this video, but another video, because I think that deserves its own video in itself. So right now, when we look at the economy, do we really think the economy is doing well? I surely don't. Let's just go over a few things that I jotted down. I won't go into depth. We will touch a little bit. So we have stock market down again. Silver, gold, oil up. That's why I always push getting silver. If you can get gold, get gold. Those commodities are never going to be worth zero, unlike fiat currency. Energy cost is rising. Baby formula shortages. Food rising, food shortages. Gas prices rising. $40 billion possibly to Ukraine. Illegals pouring across our borders. Fentanyl coming through into the borders through our country. Killing babies, 60 million to date. Roe versus Wade. All distractions from what the big picture is. Housing market is going to crash. Adjustable rate mortgages are up. Fed said one more negative quarter and they will announce the recession, when you and I both know that we are in a recession, heading straight for a depression. What else we have? Oh yeah, so California, our water we're in an extreme drought, so they're going to probably be rationing our water. Well, not probably, they are. I don't know right now if it's going to be for all counties, but right now, LA County is greatly being affected. We have shortages in energy. They're saying that California, we are going to have rolling blackouts through the summer. So we have a lot to look forward to, right? So when we think of food, because this is a big one, this is why we prep, right? Because we know that we can have a natural disaster, which can be a tornado, hurricane, earthquake. Here we live in earthquake, right? So we've always been preparing for what Californian people call the big one, right? Anyway, for putting back food and water and medical supplies, if you take medicine, making sure that you have medicine on hand. All right, so right now we are prepping for shit hits the fan, right? SHTF, because we all know what's coming down the pike and it isn't good. Our administration does not have our back. They never did and they never will. Deceit and lies, right? It's all been lies. So when the government says go left, I go right, just reverse what they tell you and there is your truth. That is my rule of thumb that I go by. We are seeing increase in homeless people here. I was driving around over the weekend, and the amount of homeless people that I seen in the city that I live was astonishing. It seems like this last few months it's really been a lot. don't become desensitized to it, because it's not normal. This is not the new normal. They want us to keep thinking this is the new normal. Or to accept the new normal, I should say. There's nothing normal about what we are going through right now. It's anything but normal. We have a war. The war is called weaponizing our food, right? There's a war on food. And there's always been a war on food, because just like they said, who controls the food controls the people. Humans, we keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. And that's why history repeats itself. It's like, do we not learn? I learned my lesson from the great financial crisis in 2007-8. It wasn't like anything I per se did. It was what was coming. And in 2000, there was little tiny minuscule signs, of a slowdown, but nothing to the extent that we're seeing today, right, in today's market. We have been warned for many years that SHTF is going to be happening, and maybe as American people, for some people, we're sitting on the sidelines thinking, not taking it seriously, that there's always going to be somebody to calm and bail you out, or the government's got your back. The government does not have your back. They're the ones creating this problem. They're the ones that it's an agenda. It's been planned for many, I wouldn't say many decades, if not centuries, right? It's been written in the books. Anything that you want to know, you can basically research it. It's pretty much out there in black and white. You just got to do your research, people. So there's nobody going to come to save the day. I just saw on the news that police are retiring early or retiring. And when we have a shortage of police, there's going to be even more uptick in crime. In California, we are already seeing an uptick in crime. And imagine if more and more of our police officers, law enforcement, are retiring. Can you blame them much? No. And, like I said, we've had mortgage forbearances, we've had rent moratoriums, people not paying rent, not paying mortgages. It's all ended. It's a big, fat, dead end that's led everybody into poverty. That is the mission, to enslave everybody, right? Because when you are enslaved into the system, when you are so far in debt, you become scared and you want help. And you will do just about anything to get out of that debt. So they were saying about, if you remember during the pandemic, divorce rates were up, right? That's when mine came in during the pandemic. People were thrown together, children were home, people were losing their shit. It just was chaotic times, so divorce rates were up. Well, guess what they're saying again? Divorce rates are up again, but this time it's not the pandemic, it is financial. And I've always heard that's the number one reason for divorce amongst couples is financial crisis, which causes obviously tension, stress, and so those are back on the rise too. So really nothing positive going on in our world right now, our society. And when you think of about, I don't know the percentage, but I know it's a high number of people that don't even have $1,000 for emergency, okay? Don't even have $1,000 for emergency. I will include it, it's not to brag, but just so you know that I do walk the walk. I don't just sit here running my mouth. I went to the bank, I got paid my check, I went to the bank, and I withdrew it, right? I deposited, then I withdrew it. So, as I said, I keep basics in there to pay bills and for my online purchases, because I know I'm an online shopper. I've tried to pull that in, but I still need to buy things. I buy particularly things that I really need. Some things I really don't need, but I have pulled it in a lot. So, I just came from the bank and I did the withdrawal because get my pay period, deposit it, cash it, pull it out. So don't keep your money in the bank, people, in uncertain times right now. So I will file this away. This right here right? It's not even, in today's world, it's not even considered hardly anything, right? But most people live paycheck to paycheck, one crisis away from, whether it's like a flat tire, you know, I don't know, car repair, you know, something happens at your, you know, you need something for your child, and you know, you're just struggling and you're working, you're doing your best. I get it, people are doing their best, but yeah, one setback and you don't have a little security money, and this to me is not enough, right, to be putting back. You should be putting back, if you can, a huge portion of your money. And there's so much controversy with the fiat currency. This stuff is losing purchasing power regularly, because this is why it's taking more money when you go to the store or when you go to the pump. It's because fiat currency is losing its purchasing power, right? And my daddy used to try to sit down when I was younger and explain this to me, and I was just like, yes, I understood it, but I didn't take it seriously as I should have, you know. That's why he always put back silver and you know, gold and firearms and ammunition and food. And so I learned all of this from my dad. He believed so strongly in it because he knew what was coming. He was in the military for many years, and he knows how the government, all you military people, you know that they do not have your best interests in heart. They don't even have their own military best interests in heart. They treat them like crap. Keep putting back food, keep putting back water, keep putting back medical supplies. Don't keep money in the bank. You know, it's just like, what are you going to do if they close the doors? What are you going to do if they close a branch down, or the ATMs don't work, or, you know, it's like nothing that I haven't said before. But when we can't even parents can't even get food, baby formula for their babies, their infants, because Americans, we don't make anything. We don't manufacture diddly here in America. Like, we really don't. What do we expect, you know? We rely on other countries for car parts, medicine, clothing, food. I mean, it's like, is this really, what kind of country is America? People used to say we were like superpower. I think we're super crap right now, right? We have a weak administration that their whole purpose is to destroy America and bring down the people, enslave us. And there's only so much I can say, and that's why if you hear me saying or you know, because I have to really be careful with the words that I say, because the tube does not like specific words. So when we see the stock market down tomorrow, who knows what it'll be? It could be up. I don't base what's going on in the real world to the economy. It has no bearings on what is actually going on. We know it, we feel it. Every time I get paid, I go and I take it out. Then when you take it out, you have to, what are you going to do with your money, right? You can save it, yes. But what if this all becomes zero, you know? If you're not investing in it, you're not investing. So that's what I try to do. A little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and a little bit here. I don't give financial advice. I don't give medical advice. I don't give, only telling you, my viewers, what I personally do. So I will show you going to the bank, and I withdrew my check. And I take a portion of that and I put it into reserves, and I take another portion of that and I put it into gold and silver, and I take another portion of that and I invest in what commodities that I have, right? Which is very few, but I do have a few. So I just like to say thank you to all of my viewers, all of my subscribers. I really truly appreciate your dedication and your support to this channel. All I'm trying to do is bring more awareness to the community. You know, I think it's important to wake up as many people as we can. We've had China come straight out and tell their own people to stockpile food. We've had Brandon come out and say, you know, to warn us of food shortages that are coming our way. So what more is it going to take for you to do your diligence and put food away for you and your family? And you know, like I said, it goes into all different categories. You need to have ammunition and firearms to protect the things that you do prep. Otherwise, people are going to come and they're going to take what you have worked for. So just stay strong. Continue to live your life. Like yes, you should be prepping and you should be preparing and you should be saving your money, your hard-earned money. People are doing the best they can with, you know, with what they have. But you still have to enjoy life. Yes, you should not be buying a home right now in a housing bubble because it's going to tank. And this time when it tanks, it's going to be far worse than when it happened in 2008. Whether we can pull through this next one, I don't think so. It's not looking in our favor. It's possible, sure, anything is possible. But right now, I would say we're not going to recover. I would say it's imminent for depression if things don't turn around fast. So don't be buying a home in this unless it's your money. You can obviously do what you so choose to do with it, but just know if you're going to be paying these astronomical prices, and when the market corrects, the price of your home will correct and you will be upside down, underwater, whatever you want to call it, right? I was upside down. I purchased a home in Altadena back in 2005. We paid $800,000 for it, and when it corrected, our value was reassessed at $600,000. So my battery says 3 minutes, so I will wrap it up there. But continue to prepare, and repeat as much as you can. Put food, water, cash away. There will be great deals coming to buy a home, if that is, again, so your choice. Again, if you feel the need to buy a home, you know, that is your choice. I'm just saying, just be wise with your money. You know, be wise with your money. Continue to live your life. We still have to live our life. You know, this isn't a dress rehearsal. This is actual life. You know, we get one go around. Don't be in relationships that are not fulfilling. Be with people that lift you up, you know, mentally support you, make you feel good. You know, at the end of the day, it all boils down to you and what you intend to do with your life and with your family. So again, thank you to all my subscribers. I really appreciate all of you. I love you all so much. Be healthy, be strong. Remember to get fit. You know, eat better, make better health choices for you and your family, and spend more time with your family and your loved ones, because we don't know what tomorrow will bring, right? And so with that, I wish all of you well. Until next time, take care. So this just came in the mail. Yes, I do have subscription to the Mint, following in my dad's footsteps. I do stack bars and ounces, obviously, but I also collect because it's been a family tradition, passed down from my dad to my great-grandfather, my grandfather. So yeah, just trying to keep it going. This is the back of it here.